Hi, welcome to grokonline.com. I'm Faninda Jagana. This session is about the ITIL concepts. Let's start with a basic ITIL concept. That's people do not buy the products, they buy the services. Example, television for an entertainment service, car for transport service, product like a drilling machine to make an inch of for a whole service. What is a service? Service provides something value to the customer that is not goods. Service means of delivering value to the customer by facilitating the outcomes that customer wants. Service is not the infrastructure components, not the hardware and the software, whatever it is required. In fact, the service, whatever the hardware and software, whatever infrastructure components, which the cost and the risk associated with that is all owned by the service provider but not by the customer. Service owners would be an individual on the team who's been responsible towards the customer for giving services. They would be usually responsible for initiating and transition, ongoing maintenance and support for the service, and they would be responsible for monitoring, reporting and identifying the areas to improve the service. They would be responsible for anything, accountable for the service, and they would be the primary point of contact for anything related to a specific service. Service management would be the set of specialized organization capabilities which helps providing value to the customers in forms of a service. They would have their functions and process to manage the services. I can give you an example. A customer wants an email service. They pay for the email service, but to provide an email service, there would be a lot of servers would be required. Service provider would own the cost and the maintenance cost, everything related to that particular servers would be owned by the service provider but not by the customers. Customers would only pay for the service whatever it is provided to them. Process, it's in a nice diagram of a manufacturing unit. There would be a lot of inputs would be required and there would be a special process to assemble things to get a specific output. So that's a perfect example for the process. Process would be a set of activities which are carried out in a given manner to achieve a desired outputs. Process would be always measurable. Process would have a desired results. Process would deliver results to the customers. Process responds to a specific events and the requirements. Process would be maintained by process owners. The primary responsibles, usually the process owners, could be an individual or it could be a team responsible for help design and documentation of process. They ensure that the process is performed as per the document. They ensure that the desired outputs is met. They ensure the overall continuous improvement for the process is happening. They ensure in defining and reviewing the KPIs for the process. Function is it's a self-contained unit with capabilities and resources necessary for their performing and the outcomes whatever it is desired. So the best example for the function would be service help desk where you would have the resources, skilled level of the resources working as a SPOC where they would have their own capabilities and ensuring that specific tasks which was required, those are all being performed by them, while they use the different number of a process to meet or perform their task. Function can be defined as a group of people and their tools used to carry out one or more process and the activities. Staff would be a human resource where you would have assigned to carry out a specific task to those human resources. Roles would be set of authorities and the responsibilities and activities assigned to individuals and the person. The basic concepts continues within a metrics. Metrics is kind of a report to generate periodically to check how your performance of your service. So it's more often a measurement criteria. You would have your own KPIs which you would be used in the metrics to ensure that you periodically check how the services are performing. Just in case if the metrics is looks not so good, then you would have the team working as in a process improvement plan. There is a scope of an improvement and you would start working on them, and when the service get better and when you have the metrics reports generated again to check the performance of the service, then it looks better than before after the action plan. So there would be always, if the metrics are bad, then there is a scope of an improvement, and you always organization act to identify the areas to improve and how you're going to make things better. So this is an ongoing process in an ITIL support projects. Interfaces would be the links between the two or more process, and these process exchange the data. It could be an input or an output via the linkages. Thanks for watching this video. Looking forward. See you in the next video. Thank you.